Yeah, you find all these. Which example I think is. Yo, bro.
Remember, use your SOHCAHTOA if you don't remember the rules from Wednesday, right?
For all missing time.
Sine opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent opposite over adjacent. So, only one number, right? Use the same. Alright, now that equals 30. So, what would this side be? Opposite adjacent or hypotenuse?
First we gotta. First we're looking for the hypotenuse, right?
Read the directions. Read the directions.
So, to
What? Yeah, just think, like once you find one side,
you
you use
take
the
opposite
hypotenuse.
hypotenuse, that's sine, and then you take the angle, so that's, and then you just divide it, so you do 2 divided by sine.
Alright, if you guys, a few more minutes.
Divided by hypotenuse.
Let me stop sharing.
You need it for the beginning?
No, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Opposite
I can do that. Oh, you know what? I took the poster down yesterday. Because I was helping somebody after school. Hang on, let me hang this up. You remember this? I'll hang it back up. Hopefully you have these in your notes, right? That you can refer to. Okay, maybe that's hard to see because of the glare. Need a pencil?
Remember, you guys could use these relationships we discussed on Wednesday, or you guys could use the SOHCAHTOA. I just rewrote it back there on the board. Sine opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. You got tangent opposite over adjacent. So you guys got like 2 different methods to try and solve it.
It's just for let me guess. Yeah. So this is 2.
Alright, I'm gonna give you guys like another 2 more minutes, alright? get what you can on paper. Or put the ones you know. And that ratio for the bottom one. Or what ratio was for that bottom one? This was 2, this was X for that. Use a color pencil. Your phone. All right, how we doing on this?
Very bad.
Pretty bad. What's challenging about it? Everything? So what does that mean? Like, what is everything?
We have to solve for two.
Alright. Solve two different sides. Do you guys remember like which ratios to use?
No.
No? Alright, so, ready?
Yeah.
You guys got your time up anyway. So, which one do you guys want to go over first?
All of them?
All? I'm not going over all of them.
How to find the third side?
I don't understand. You can
Alright, so I'll pick 2 of them, alright? I'll do number 1 and I'll do number 3, alright? So first one looks like this. Got a triangle like that. Our right angle down over here. We got M. We got N. We got L. We got a side length of 2. Alright. So, like I said, we got 2 different ways of solving this. Right? We could use these triangles up over here, since we know these ratios from Wednesday. Alright? Alright, this is like our quicker, like, shortcut method for our 45-45 triangle and our 30-60 one. Alright? But, remember, that's just a shortcut. We can still use all of our ratios back over here. So, I'm gonna say for you guys that since you guys think that this is challenging, it's a little more difficult, I would say stick with this. Use these ratios, alright? Stick with these ones. So, what we were given this bottom one of 30. So now this bottom angle is 30. Alright? So I'm saying, anytime you guys get given a problem like this, start with your angle. Alright? So if I'm going to be using this angle, I'm going to start labeling all my sides, right? So like what is going to be my opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse side? I think you guys can all find those ones. Alright? You guys all know to do that? Alright, so what's my opposite?
2.
Alright, this is 2, because it's directly across from a 30. Which one is my hypotenuse? Alright, yeah, that one, because it's across from my right angle. And that means that this last one's going to be my adjacent side. Alright, so look at that. I haven't done any math yet, I'm just labeling stuff. Alright, so now that I have all my ratios up, this is where you should ask yourself, what side do I want to solve for first? Do I want to solve for MN first, or do I want to solve for my hypotenuse first? What do you guys want to do? And then, alright, I would probably go to the 2. Alright, so now look. From this angle, right, I have an opposite, right, because the 2 is given to me, and I'm solving for my adjacent. So which one of our trig ratios uses opposite and adjacent? There you go. So now I can start doing a math and set up my equation, right? We're at tan 30, right? Because that's what we're doing. I did tangent for opposite adjacent, and I'm using this angle 30. And I'm going to set that equal to my opposite side over my adjacent side. So I'm going to have 2 over, we'll just use x, because everyone loves this x, right? So, like, that's how I set up my problems, is I just go through every side, start labeling them, be like, all right, what do I want to find? What is given to me, and what can I use, right? So even though it only gives you one side, yeah, you're asking to solve 2 sides. Once you guys get this set up, guess what? We can use the Pythagorean theorem then, right? We got a leg, and we can solve for our hypotenuse. But how can we solve for this? What are the steps we gotta do? Hmm?
I got lost.
Where?
Yeah, I didn't-
Here?
I didn't know what to-
So this is where you guys get lost?
Yeah.
So you guys can all get here.
Yeah.
And this is where you guys get lost. Alright, we flip this over. Alright,
What is that sound?
so, alright. So you guys can all get here, right? So you guys remember from the last module when we were like cross multiplying?
Yeah.
So let's just do that same process, right? So look at, got my fraction right here, got my fraction here. So we're gonna cross multiply, right? So let's cross multiply, there's 1 and there's 2. Well, what do we get? 2, right? I'll put that over here. Alright, right here. 2. Alright, we're gonna put an equal sign, right? We're gonna multiply this x into this tan. What do we get when we do that? Yeah, it's just x times tan. X times tan of 30. Alright? What can we do next? Now that I got my equation, right? Remember, I want to get that x all by itself. That's what I'm trying to solve. So how can I isolate that x when it's x times tan? Alright, because look at, since this is x times tan, right? The inverse of multiplication is going to be division. So I'm now going to divide by tan of 30. Alright? Look at, these two are going to cancel out. So now, I divided by my tan, I'm going to divide by tan over here. So what you guys are going to get for your answer, you now have x equals, because you have x all by itself, 2 over tan of 30. So I want you guys to plug that into your calculator. 2 divided by tan 30.
3.46.
3.46. So, does that make like a little bit more sense now? Yes, no.
Yeah.
Dividing?
No, not always. I believe in the next one we aren't going to be dividing. It depends on what you're trying to solve for your variable, right? Because you see here, on this one, right, since our variable is in the bottom, like that's a cue for me that we are going to be dividing. If my variable is in the top, it's a cue for me that I'm going to be multiplying to the other side. Alright, so it kind of depends on where your variable is and like the math that you do to explain. So hopefully this one will work out good. Alright. So let's have you guys go through question number 3 now, alright? Alright, so we got a triangle that looks like this. Alright, so we got a radical 3 over here. X, Y, Z, and this angle is 45. Alright, so this is what number 3 looks like on your paper, correct? Yeah? Alright, so let's go through that exact same process we just did. So let's start labeling our sides, right? We're going to use this bottom angle x, so we'll start labeling our sides. What's going to be our opposite side? What? Yep. What's our hypotenuse? XD. And what's our adjacent? Yeah, right? Last one. Alright, so now that I got all my sides labeled, what do you guys want to solve for first? Y to Z. Alright, how can we do that? Yeah, right? Because look at our opposite, we got our adjacent. Which one of our trig ratios is opposite and adjacent? Tangent, right? So we're using tan again. Alright, so let's set this up. So we're gonna have tan of 45 equals opposite, alright? So x over our adjacent, which is radical 30. So now look at, I got my variable in the top part of the fraction, right? What? Yeah, so I'm gonna multiply, right? Because like, if I want to get rid of this radical 3, I'm gonna multiply this whole side by radical 3, right? Because now these two are gonna cancel out, boom, And now I can just multiply this side to radical 3. So when you get it, you're gonna have radical 3 times tan of 45 equals x, alright? So, tell me what that is gonna be when you guys plug that into your calculator. Radical 3 times tan of 45. 1.73.
Is it on my end?
Right? 1.73? Alright. So, now that we have, look at, so now I have, oh, I forgot, on this one. We gotta solve for our hypotenuse. How do we do that? Alright, use the Pythagorean theorem, right? So I'm gonna do 2 squared plus 3.46 squared, and what do you guys get? So when you did 4 plus 3 point, what is that? It's gonna be like,
Oh, plus.
yeah, plus. What did you do?
How do we go from math to that, bro?
Yeah. So
Yo.
what's 2 squared?
4.
Alright, easy. That's right over
How
here.
did we get that?
We fit.
4. What? How'd I get what? What are you confused on? What part?
I'll get it.
Alright, but look at
I'll
up
get
here.
it, Sam.
Up here, right? I'm solving for our hypotenuse, right? So that's why I'm doing 2 squared plus 3.46 squared, because I'm doing my leg squared plus leg squared equals my hypotenuse squared. Right? So let's start going through this, right? So I got one of my legs, 4. So what is 3.46 squared? Oh, get out your calculator. 11.97. Alright, so do 11.97 plus 4. What do you guys get?
18.97.
And now take the square root of that. Remember, right? We have 15.97, right? Equals our hypotenuse squared, right? So I still have this c squared. If I want to get rid of that square, what do I gotta do? What? How do I get rid of a square? Square root. Alright, so lastly, what is 15.97? And what's the square root of it? Okay. Right? So, does that make a little bit of sense for you guys?
I just got 4.
Huh?
And
I had 4 plus 11.97, which was this right here. What?
It's really difficult stuff now.
Right, so where did I lose you then?
What was this up for you? Yeah, 15.97. 15.97, not 2.
I just
I
didn't
know
know
what
what
7
I don't even understand.
So, do you know how I got here? Like,
Yes.
so you know how I got the sides?
Yeah.
I labeled all the stuff.
Oh, I had the right answer.
When I started doing this, right here.
Yes, bro. That's 4.
Don't worry about that part right now.
Listen.
That's the one I was
It
talking
didn't say
Oh, I'm solving this one over here.
about.
Yeah, but
I was
it's
just solving
also
for the hypotenuse in this one. That's what I was doing over here. So I did my leg squared plus my leg squared to solve for my hypotenuse.
Oh, okay,
That makes sense? Alright. I was just using the board over here as like space. Alright? But we're gonna do the same process over here, right? Because look at, I got radical 3, I got my 1.73, and I want to find my hypotenuse. So let's use the Pythagorean theorem again, right? So I got radical 3 squared plus 1.73 squared equals c squared. Right? So let's start doing some squares. What is radical 3 squared? Type in your calculator. Radical 3 squared. 3. Right? Because again, look at these things are like opposites. It's like multiplying negative by a negative, right? Makes it positive, right? Like you got the square root and then we're squaring it. So we're technically canceling out that square, right? So this is gonna be 3. And what's 1.73 squared? 0.93, so let's just call that 3.
Oh, yeah.
Equals, so at 3 plus 3, what do we get? 6. Alright, and I still got my c squared, so how can I get rid of that square? We got 6. Alright. Yeah, square, right? So now for my hypotenuse, I'm gonna get radical 6. Right? So, does that make a little bit more sense now? Yeah, you said I lost you on this one. So, were you paying attention? Come on, dude.
I'm just being honest.
I know, but come on. You said you weren't. You said, hey, I got lost, and now you're not paying attention. So,
It's over, bro.
do you know how we labeled the sides in this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know how we got to this tan 45 equals x over radical 3? And then how we multiplied the radical 3 to get the epsilon? Alright, because since this is it in the bottom, right, to undo this division, we gotta multiply, right? So we got square root, radical 3 times tan 45, which equals this 1.73.
Okay.
Alright? So then now since we have 2 legs, we just use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the hypotenuse.
Okay, that makes sense.
Alright? You guys got that?
Yeah.
You guys got any other questions on any of this stuff back here?
No.
No? You guys are all good now? Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm feeling
Alright. So, that's all. We only got like 60 minutes left, guys, alright? We're in the home stretch.
How much?
It's already 11:30. We're almost there. Oh man. Alright, so you guys ready to get into the next little bit of the next topic? Yes, no, maybe so. Alright, no? Alright, so we're gonna start getting into our last module for module 13, right? So with this last module, what it's doing is it's taking like everything that like we've been talking about with like our trig ratios, and now it's having us like solve problems that would like happen in real life. So context of this is solving problems using trig, but it's more so like trying to figure out like how to adapt this to what we could use in like our everyday lives. Alright, so up first, what I want us to do, I'm gonna pass out a worksheet to you guys right after this. But one of the problems on the worksheet that we haven't really like been exposed to is solving for area. Do you guys know what the area of a triangle is? Go up. That's for a rectangle or a square.
Isn't it VH something?
Yep. What's your B and what's your H? Base times height divided by 2. Dude, I think it's the first group to actually like say what it is. Everyone else wasn't able to get it, right? So yeah, that's the area of our triangle, right? Base times height divided by 2. Alright, I'm gonna redraw this triangle over here for you guys so you can see it better. 6, 8, 35. Alright, so this is a triangle that we have. Right? But do you guys know what the height of it is? No, right? But I got my base right over here for my 8. So guess what? I'm going to use some of my other copies of triangles to find the height. You guys remember what a altitude is?
Yes.
What's an altitude?
The height of the side.
Yeah, altitude is going to be our height of the triangle. What does it create when you use a altitude? So alright, I'm going to draw on my altitude right here. Right? I'm going to go from this vertex Put it down. What does this create at this angle? Oh yeah, I made 2 more triangles now, right? But what is this angle right here?
Hey,
Zip it. You guys remember from back, what was that? Oh, that was like module, what, 11? 12, something like that? Wrong. What does the altitude create? Alright, I'll give you the right. Right? This is going to create a right angle. So what now I now have is a right triangle. That. So, what we could use now is we could use our trig properties. Right? Just look at it. I have 2 sides right here. Well, I have 1 side really. I have my angle and I'm trying to find this height. Right, look at it. I already have my base. So in terms of my area formula, right? It's base times height divided by 2, right? I already have my base, so let's swap out this b for my 8. So I just gotta find my height. So, you guys ready? So, look at this triangle in here. Look at this triangle here, right? Because I'm gonna redraw this triangle for you guys. Yeah, this one sucks. Alright, so I got my 6. My angle's 35. Oh yeah, look at that one. And I want to find my height. So, from this angle that we're going to be using, what is my height? It's going to be opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse? Opposite. What about my 6? Right? So, which one of our ratios uses opposite and hypotenuse? Science. Beautiful. So let's get that set up now. Ready? Sine of what? 35 equals what? So I do hypotenuse over opposite.
Oh wait, no.
Opposite of.
Where's the H over there?
What you think?
You tell me.
Opposite over hypotenuse.
So what's my opposite side?
H over 6.
H. And what's my hypotenuse?
6.
H over 6. Right? So how can I get this 6 over here?
Multiply.
Yeah, right? I'm gonna multiply it to both sides. So what this is now gonna turn into is 6 times sine of 35. Right? And guess what? This is equal to h. So if you guys want a more accurate and precise answer, guess what? I can take what I have up here and plug it in for h. So what you can get now, I'm just gonna erase this h. Alright, so you guys understand what I have up here? I have 8 times 6 times sine of 35. You guys see how I got this 6 times sine of 35? Right? So I want you guys to type this into your calculators now, right? 8 times 6. So, ready? Type in 24 sine of 35 and divide that by 2. Yo, type this in your calculator. What?
Oh, you put 30. That's
You're self-reflecting? You should do a little more like, I don't know, like in-person reflecting. Come on.
30.76.
He always gets the wrong one. I don't know what he did, bro. Sine.
13.76.
What is it?
13.76.
13.76. Beautiful. So, you guys all agree with that? You guys all got that answer? 13.76? What? No? What's the 24 sine of 35? I got something else. I got something else.
What? What did you get?
Hold on, I might have messed up.
Yeah, it is 13 more times.
Yeah, I think I messed up. Yeah, I typed in my wrong trigger ratio. Yeah, 13.76.
I just watched that.
Alright, sweet. So that is gonna be the area of this triangle that's in here. So you guys see how you solve for area now? Right? Create your altitude, find the height of that, and then use that and just plug it into your guys' formula. Not that hard. All you guys are doing is just finding one side. Or yeah, just one side of a triangle. Not too hard? Yes, so I'll do that. Yes. No. Dan? Well, don't worry. We're gonna do it right now. Alright, so.
I don't go to that. That's like a whole nother level. You like listening.
So here is a worksheet for you guys.
You mess with Leslie?
He doesn't mess with Leslie. It's no Uzi.
It's short, it's quick, it's only like 5 questions on it. The first 2 are having you guys solve for area, right? So that's what we just did. 3 and 4 are going to be asking you to solve for the side lengths,
You a little Uzi fan?
as well as that last one's asking you to solve for its angle.
What's that? He said, what is that?
Yo, put your phone away.
Yeah, that's a person, bro. That's Leslie.
Yo, put it away. Put it away. Put it away.
Listen, do you
What's
mess
up?
with Leslie?
Hmm?
Do you mess with Leslie?
What?
Lil Uzi
Oh,
alter ego.
Lil Uzi?
Lil Uzi alter ego.
Yeah, those first 2 are asking you to solve for the area. The next 2 are asking you to solve for the missing sides. So find those 2 sides. And that bottom one is asking you to find the angle. Alright. You guys want to work in your guys' groups? You guys are more than welcome to.
You know how I did this, right, dog?
You guys need to move your seats to see the board better.
We're failing this semester.
It's over, bro.
This is not the point.
That's the hypotenuse.
Let's find the opposite side. What are you laughing at, bro?
Leslie, bro.
Come on. Pick one of those.
I'm looking at the board. I'm looking at the board.
What the fuck are we looking
I don't know.
What are we
The
doing?
area?
Left side.
Oh no, we already.
I'm so ashamed.
And personally attacked.
I think I know. Oh my god, we did. 49.
Out of nowhere.
What are you
I'm
doing?
finding. How do I know? So this is right.
Base.
Not base, but like, how do I know which
So, look what's given to you.
We gotta solve first.
Alright, and you have your hypotenuse.
Yeah,
Hey.
So,
Please watch your language. Hey, especially.
so which one are your
If I feel this whole semester,
Because those
just
are
go
on
on.
and our
Just wild.
What?
We started off
Look at that.
with it, like the best part.
Yeah, so you know, sine of 29 equals h over 24.
Sorry for that, my friend.
So then, let's times both sides.
Oh,
So
what I'm talking about, bro. What are we trying to solve for? What's the first
Come on. Okay, right?
No, it's the first step.
So, put in your base.
This is
So now you have
definitely the
this.
hardest thing
Right?
I've ever done. I don't understand a single
This
thing.
is the most
Well,
confusing thing, bro.
this is what your height equals, right? Like this whole thing. That's what
You're
your
telling me
height
you're way
equals,
taller
right?
than you.
I know it's not
I'm on that board, bro.
exactly, but this is
That is
closer than
like-
anything you.
Yo.
It's not like.
That's exactly.
It's not at first glance thing.
Remember, you got your height now?
That's
So
a
height,
lot. I love
you have a
it.
base of 44 right here. 44
Wait, is it?
times all this, 25,
Bro, my brain is trying to understand it, but
Oh,
it's
wait,
not.
and divide that.
And I don't know what you're doing. You're literally just.
That's a more precise.
Yo.
If
Go into
you
the-
did that, like, you would have rounded it, and then, like, you would have just, yeah, it would have been as accurate. Like, yeah, like, it would have only been off by, like, a few, like, decimals, but still, like, for when we get to like, real world problems like that, being off by a few is, like, a big deal. What's up?
What's the first step?
Drop your altitude.
Right here, right here, right here.
Alright, what do we do next? Start labeling your sides. So,
Yeah.
so the altitude is our height, and that's what we want to find.
Okay.
Right? So, the angle, what?
Height.
Ready?
Yeah.
Huh?
Why we need to, why we need to stop?
Bring us off?
I don't know. What is it?
What's what? What are you asking?
You were helping, mister.
Yeah, I said, so you're trying to solve for your height, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So start labeling your sides.
Okay. That's done.
So opposite, adjacent, and all this. So what side is given to you?
The opposite.
So your hypotenuse is.
Opposite is a given to
Yes, it is, cause the opposite side.
No, I think it's about like which one has a number.
Oh, the numbers?
Beautiful. Right, so you have your hypotenuse, and what is your height? Is your height opposite or adjacent?
Opposite.
So you have opposite, and you have your hypotenuse. Which one of your figures is, there you go.
You've seen that
Oh.
before, right?
Ah,
No,
see?
area of the triangle? 1/2 base and height, so this is your base, this is your height. So we have to find your height. So at the top of your paper,
You guys think on those?
Yo, I'm not getting this,
so
bro.
cut that one.
Yes, bro.
Cool. So look at it.
Look at these numbers, bro. Look at that correct numbers.
Go on to the right.
Who? Me? 415? That's the answer?
How do you get that?
You tried that with first two
You
years?
understand it, Doug?
Go on.
Opposites across.
I understand now. I didn't really know the right answer.
It should be bigger, right? It should be like in like hundreds.
I know.
Opposite. Why?
But
Because
still,
if you find the
yeah.
opposite,
That's
you have the
It's not
hypotenuse.
the answer.
Because we're not doing
Which
the
one's
entire
opposite?
triangle.
Which trig ratio? Sine,
Right angle.
cosine,
Sine,
tangent,
opposite.
opposite,
This is,
cosine, adjacent.
huh?
Tangent,
This is
opposite.
a
The right
Jason.
angle.
That's a Jason.
That's adjacent.
No, this one.
This is adjacent.
No, that should be
What are you
hypotenuse.
talking about, bro?
What is
You were
that?
supposed to split
How
it
is
in
the
the middle.
hypotenuse?
You're supposed to split it in the middle.
Yeah, where's your work?
I just clicked, bro. Like, I don't know how,
You just scratch over here?
No, I know,
Hypotenuse.
I don't know how to,
We're
like,
trying to
put
find
it on
our
paper,
height.
but I know how to do it in a
That
calculator.
is opposite
Dude,
over.
just write down like what I wrote down like over here, like just like set it up like this, like this. Where it says sine 35 equals h over 6, right?
Yeah.
So that one you had like sine of what, 49?
C stands for cosine.
Yo,
C stands for tangent.
keep my
O
calculator back
is
here.
the angle, that stands for opposite,
That's all I did.
and adjacent.
This hypotenuse.
Just write it on paper.
Yeah, just like write down like what you would use and then just set up.
Alright, so
Like this,
basically,
like you wrote down like this part in here, I'd be so much happier. So that's why I'm like, alright, where are you getting your numbers from? Yeah, you got 41509, that is the correct
I
answer.
didn't think it was right, but Jim said it was.
So H
Sam, how you doing?
is our height, right? So H
Right,
is
Huh?
opposite over adjacent. Opposite,
You
no,
confused?
no, you can write it
No,
as
you're not.
X, right over, you see this line too, over.
And then now we gotta find the area of the entire triangle. Let's look up there.
Sine?
So we
get our base. Just
So
plug in
now what we're looking for is this.
44 times,
You're like a trendsetter, huh? Drop my out here. So we were already done right here.
Isn't it supposed to be 44 times?
My sign is
Look,
49.
that's when you get up there.
What is this 25? Is it my opposite?
it's 25.
Cancel out, and now you'll have your answer. Your calculator,
25 right here.
25 times
From
sine
this
49.
angle, is it opposite adjacent or hypotenuse?
What? Fuck! I got the right answer. And I still have no clue what you're saying, bro.
I want you to label the rest of your sides. Opposite and adjacent.
Yeah.
And then that's what made them think
Alright. What about the next one? It would be
Next
sine.
number is higher than 5. So we're gonna say H is equal to 0.87. Now,
This is
know the
like way
height,
too much
know
stuff.
the
bro.
base.
Way too much.
Now you
It's
want
not that. You gotta break it down in sections.
area is 1
Think about
half
it.
times the height
No, so 44
times
is
your base.
this entire,
I'll figure it out.
Okay?
but we're only looking at
But
this.
1 half is the same as 25.
So we don't know what this side is. Right, but we want our H over here. We want
Putting
our-
it in the area
So
formula.
what is that side right here?
One
What is this side? Is this your opposite or your adjacent?
Height,
This side is touching each other.
Like, she's like, on the, yeah, I've already dealt with that
So
myself.
number 2,
Like, I'm not.
is this the right answer?
I don't have this.
Yeah.
that's your area.
Okay,
Right,
I know how to do it
Here's
now.
10.
Here we go.
I got the
Red
red
one.
Yeah,
chart.
It's her, it's the, so she puts effort.
Right.
So
this H.
I got the
Alright, how do you
So this is what I do.
Maybe that like
So
2 days
you
ago.
are stuck.
So
That's the way, like, it's just there.
Rock
That's
it
the way
out.
it is.
Should have been on.
Alright, ready?
Trig
So look at,
to find the
from this
height.
angle,
Then
we
we
have
use
our
the height
opposite,
of base.
which is what we're trying to find, and we have our
Alright,
hypotenuse.
so you're gonna do
Get
the
that?
same thing here.
So take these two numbers. So you
Find
split,
the height
split down the middle, right?
Yeah.
So
Same steps.
use the number that at the bottom when you split it. So
Solve
use
for
the
height.
hypotenuse and the opposite,
Height.
which is sine, right?
Equals,
Right,
opposite
give it a try.
over our
What?
hypotenuse.
Yo, what are you doing, man?
This is the opposite.
That's divided with, so how can I get that 25 and move it over?
The mom's the hypotenuse. Very simple. And then once you find that, so whatever the missing side is, it's gonna be whatever.
So that 49 is still the
Now,
side.
like, what does
So
that mean?
hypotenuse and opposite is sine.
Apparently I need to clear my ears.
Where that 49 goes,
Right,
the
yeah.
sign goes.
Yep.
So what do
Then
you
all
do?
you gotta do is just do this equation. And then
You drop
and
down.
then you get
First
the
step, so you do know.
We'll tell you that. And remember,
It's simple, bro.
take whatever you find for H to
Then you
the H times your base plus 24 and divide that by
What we
2.
need, like,
side of,
What's up?
and then put the parentheses,
Yo, come on.
divide by two.
Put your name up
You
there,
do
come on,
one
dude.
half base and
Let's
right,
get going.
base and right,
That's it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So you need the base and the height.
What was your ratio?
You have the base.
Use 10?
You need to find the height.
For this next
Alright, so for this one, what would we, how would we,
I might have
how would we,
to
how would we,
No,
how would we
you
read
use the
this?
height.
57.
Opposite, adjacent. So, opposite.
How would we read this? On your way,
So
So yeah,
opposite.
type it in and
Which
send
trig
it.
ratio is opposite, my question.
Oh, so
I did opposite.
Whatever the heck that says.
Right.
Nine. Nine is 45.
So that
Area
would
of triangle is
be
base times height divided by 2.
times 25.
Or 1 half base times. So,
Yeah.
find the height that we're
Right.
using. What?
That one you didn't need
That's over, I got it.
But for this one, you might have to kill yourself.
Yeah, cause the height was 6. No, this, no, okay, this 6 comes from here.
I already forgot this.
Comes from our ratio. So I did, remember, our height
No.
is
Oh, yeah,
was
I have it.
sine
No, I have it.
H over 6, right? So I multiplied the 6 over here, find our height.
She's not chaperoning.
Alright, so this whole expression right here is my height.
That ain't easy.
Follow me?
Yes.
So then, I'm taking my base, which
I'm
is
so
8,
confident in this.
and I'm multiplying it by my height, right?
That's really bad.
No, alright, so let's start. First step is gonna be.
This is
drop
my height?
altitude. So drop an altitude down,
This is my base.
okay?
So still have base
Now,
times height.
you created.
Yeah, it just worked out that like we had the 6 there.
Now, do you know
But-
the area of a triangle?
So, we do what we did over there, basically.
Okay, what's wrong? So, there's two triangle formulas you may know.
Wait, so 7.79
You might know it as, one half base times height,
Yeah.
and then you have to
or
find.
you might know it as base times height divided
So
by
yeah,
two.
then now we
Both
got
mean
side and
the same
side,
thing.
so use
Right.
everything, or if you wanna use tree, you're gonna go there.
Either way, you need two pieces of information about this triangle, you need the base and you need the height. So
Yeah,
what
I'm
do we
sure
have
you know how
given
to
to us
do-
of this whole triangle?
I'm sure we can not find that angle. And
Base is 44.
I was gonna ask you guys
What
to.
we need to find is that height.
That's all we
The
need.
height is gonna be that altitude that we just dropped. So
You know how to
find
do
the height.
just simple addition and subtraction?
So look at this
We'll find that
coordinate.
in I figured you guys know how to do that because you guys
Just
have done a million and a half.
Triangle on the right side, not right triangle, both right.
Leg squared,
49
leg squared
is
equals, half
Across
the
from
square.
the opposite of the height.
Come on, dude.
So we would call this height here.
Mister,
Call it x.
I got it tatted.
each
That's
one
what.
is opposite.
Mister,
What's this side here? It's
by
given
that
us
logic,
the
I can
the
just do-
hypotenuse.
You remember that?
So which
For,
of your trig
question
ratios?
issue, I used to do
And this is why I
38 times
tackled all of my
20.3 divided by
papers.
2.
I write
This
my
is
trig.
No, it's like this. Hey, you almost found the way. If you just found out your way of doing it.
You know what you can do. So you're gonna set it up, you're gonna stop, so what's the angle?
There you go.
Sine 49, write it down.
He's weird, bro. Have you seen
Write it
the
down on
actual
your paper, 'cause
videos?
we're gonna set the equation up, then we'll solve the next.
God, you put stuff up
I
this.
say, can you write it
Oh,
down?
beautiful, yeah,
Sine
yeah, I know
49.
that.
That's right.
Equals, now we have to do opposite over hypotenuse. So your
No
opposite over
way.
hypotenuse.
That number, multiply by that number,
With an X
then do
over.
sine over whatever that is, and then do
No, what's, you told me the hypotenuse of this triangle on the right hand side was 25.
Remember, like, we're like
The
two numbers
original
are like
big
touching like that,
triangle
right?
was not
We're
a
like
right
two
triangle.
X,
That's why we couldn't just
Alright,
use.
two X.
If it was originally, if the original triangle was a right triangle,
So it's saying like two
like
X, right?
that was a
With
right
the
triangle,
parentheses, or like
you
two
could use
times
this
X.
and this to find the, area. Since it makes a 90-degree angle, but it's
Get
not.
off your phone!
X is being divided by 25, how do you wanna do division?
I got you on camera now
X is
too.
being divided by.
Yeah.
Bro, the camera was paused. I went over there.
Yeah, oh, I don't know about that
It
one.
won't let us-
That was earlier in
it's
class.
25 right now.
That was earlier.
Okay.
I'm not passing the semester.
Yeah, you are.
Listen, how do you do,
I'm stuck on this.
how do you do 3 or 4?
To get rid
Three,
of that
four?
division, you have to multiply both sides by 25. When you
Find the
do
missing
that,
legs.
You get X alone.
Yeah, I think I found one,
X
bro.
is equal to
You
the
found one.
calculator. you
Yeah,
use.
for
25 times,
Jason,
is that what you got?
7.79.
Yeah,
Give me a
Yep.
few more decimals, we don't wanna round
And
to
then I
What was
do-
your,
eight,
AC?
I think it's
AC?
8.7.
Yep.
Because
I have
after
to
the six
do,
is
I have to
higher
square
than
both of them, right?
So 18.7.
Yep,
So
and
that
I got
wasn't here,
Add 'em
right,
together.
so that wasn't a right angle, so that's my height. My base was, remind me what my base was?
44.
Okay, so now, you can put it into your triangle area formula to find the area.
And then, so I get 204, then I square that.
No, it's weird,
204
No,
point
it's
68.
square root of that.
it's just half
the
my
square
base
root.
is like-
Remember, that's
What do
204
they
equals C
half
squared.
0.5 times,
Oh, yeah. So I do 204.68, right?
Yep, they square root of that.
like that.
So then it's
You can
14.3.
either put like multiply, you can put them in parentheses, it doesn't matter.
See?
I forgot the square root, that's the part.
Square root. So what are you doing, dude?
Where you going, bro?
Your powder pencil?
And then is
I'll
it
get
feet?
in
The auto one.
Yeah. How do you pick a joke like that up, bro?
415.
Bro said he got auto
Alright, so
robots.
see if you can duplicate those same
Yeah.
steps for the second one.
Alright,
Drop and out.
so just pick a
Alright.
side that you want
Trig to
solve,
find the
right?
height.
Like you have all these sides.
Height,
and
this
Jason's
is
side,
the
and
the triangle area
Pick a
formula.
side that like you want to solve.
Okay,
Alright, so let's solve for hypotenuse. So you got
you guys doing okay over here?
Yeah, your
So
hypotenuse.
this, I have a
Your
question.
ratio is opposite.
So when it's opposite over adjacent to multiply, when your number's
It's
at the
only if the
bottom,
variable is at the top.
Well, what I would do is set it up.
yeah.
You're right, so when a variable's on the top, you're undoing division by multiplying. If the variable's in the denominator, what I showed you is you can set up a proportion and do cross multiply. Or,
So you have sine,
there's a couple different ways you can do it, but I would set the equation up and then you'll see it in your head what needs to happen a little easier. What questions 3 and 4 want you to do, what they mean by solve the triangle is find every unknown side and every unknown.
I got it.
You wanna know
And
all
how
its
can you
business,
get that
inside
X
and
by
out.
itself?
Yeah, I got number 3.
Here you go. Here, let me grab my, I have an answer sheet over here so I can check where.
Just a quick question.
Mhm.
So with this, like,
Multiply this 12.
You
I got an apple.
need 3 pieces of information for this one. One, you have to know what's right there. And then you need 2 more pieces of information. You can have 2 sides, you can have 1 angle, 1 side.
Is that mine?
You can
How
have
can
compare
I?
everything else from there.
For
Kinda cool. What you think about it?
Times sine, so what's the opposite of that? Alright, so divide sine and both sides, so you'll get,
Let's see.
this hypotenuse is 12 over sine of 7.
What was your, Blake, did you wanna check?
No, that's.
Hey, you did that one?
No, this one right here.
So miss,
Just make sure, listen, this is my weakest area in the whole world.
Going to.
Round to the nearest 10.
No.
You're rounding to the nearest
Right.
10.
Why go for different hair today?
What?
I make mistakes on that all day
Because
long.
I was up for the past like 3 days. I was submitting my portfolio to be a teacher. So
There you go.
my
And
hair,
then
woke up this
we got
morning,
like
it was a mess, so it's going up in a bun.
So like that,
Alright.
would've been 4 point.
What? You guys make fun of my hair, dude?
No.
No.
Yeah, I know he was.
5.4.
Ooh,
It just doesn't look
Fine.
fitting.
Nice
What?
work.
It doesn't look fitting.
I don't care.
you're just thinking of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's like, I don't really, yeah, like my opinion doesn't mean anything.
Why's your hair look like that?
What?
What?
Oh, 'cause I didn't do anything.
I was gonna say I'm on the cam.
Yeah, I said Mary, what? I didn't know what this hair was.
Mister.
I haven't seen it.
On the camera.
On the camera. Oh.
You have to edit it out.
I didn't know.
Other than that.
You crop it out, crop it out.
Nah. It shows I have a good relationship.
Mister, I forgot you needed help, so you started walking away.
Oh.
So just.
Yeah, well, you know,
He needs to
we both just start roasting each other.
I forgot.
We start roasting each other.
So what is
Well,
it?
he's trying to get your attention in the meantime.
We find one.
Yeah, bro.
Just grab it.
I forgot you needed help, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn it, Noah.
That's okay, we always learn that one, yeah.
Alright, we'll see how it goes. Number of dose would do in the first one. Besides you writing down the answer. What?
Miss, you
Hold on one second.
I told you.
Okay, let me grab my marker.
I thought you was just doing 2, bro.
Show where.
Alright.
Show where.
Yeah, like,
L.
There's a method.
There's a method.
Well, write down
It's not
more
a
words
method.
than that.
Alright, so
Don't just write down his
The
words.
Blake method, bro.
this is a Blake method.
Multiply by 13.
Watch what happens.
That's it.
13 divided by 13 times
Yeah, I already.
I don't know why
my
you
laptop.
made the other
Just
thing.
have
Yeah,
to-
but 60 pages worth of
One
teaching
of the
stuff.
numbers, 44.
Oh, no.
Then we had 25.
All about you guys.
You figure it out, Blake?
And then,
Is that
times
right?
six
You read about me.
It's
Oh, I know we're selling my
One
blog.
left straight.
Damn.
Good job.
So I actually didn't talk to you guys at all. I didn't talk to you
it's
guys.
adjacent
How
on
big
the
is
one
one?
side.
Adjacent
28
over
kids.
hypotenuse, that's
Why not
cosine.
learn about that?
Alright, so what do you want?
Because I did most of my filming for block one already.
Hypotenuse and opposite.
I had
Yo, you
they
messed
also
up.
have,
Jiffin messed you up, bro.
low
That's what I
riding
mean.
games.
You messed. Jiffin
Wait, so
messed
the
you
first
up.
one is wrong?
No, it's right, but you did it.
You did it.
They also, like, you know, like,
Extra stuff.
pay attention,
I
like,
did.
do their work.
So this is.
Oh, that's boring.
No, we just found a secret method.
Who actually?
Yeah, come on.
He don't know about that.
It looks better for the camera.
This is the Jason.
I like you guys better, because I have a better, like,
This is not
like,
this
student
one is
teacher
the
relationship.
Is this
Jason.
opposite?
That's the opposite.
Alright, so.
Like,
So
my,
it's gonna find this one, right? So
people that watch my
opposite-
videos today, like, what? It could look like night and day.
Four times
Your
25
daughter?
times 10. And then we put in this.
That's on 85 and she's
I thought the last
one
divided by two.
How you guys doing?
No,
Alex?
you guys-
Run.
Like,
Like,
No, there we go. We did a bunch of exercises. We did this, that,
Oh,
boom,
that's
boom,
it.
boom,
Okay.
and then we did this, and then this, and then that.
Oh, no, they got 5.
Alright, class, how you doing on this?
No way. Tomorrow's.
Where we at?
The Lions.
Rah,
final.
Or actually, wait.
Nope. Come on. Keep going. Keep going.
So you
Keep
do
going.
that. Okay, because when you do this, say 25 times 10, that's the height.
See off that phone.
So then if you do
There's nothing
base
on Instagram.
34 times whatever this is, find the measurement. Or no, base, yeah, times your height, and then you divide that by 2.
Yeah, I know, but like this is way.
What happens
You
next?
and everything you gotta improve. You don't have like make a bunch of do what exercise.
Man, isn't this just 18?
We already got. How do you do it?
Let's put it out.
What are you graphing? Are you trying to see like a new word? You're on your calculator? Come on. I'll tell you what I just told them. I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Yeah. My football coaches always say that to me. Yeah. But we always against something. It's like,
Were you 14?
I may have been born at night, but I was born last night.
Yeah.
Just we got added to my
I was supposed to.
Get your
No,
daughter.
I know. Look, so liquid at the
Only once.
Liquid.
I used to be on the I used to make Twitter in different
Hypotenuse is always going to be the c-squared.
Not.
So what you want to solve for is either the adjacent or the opposite. So since
driver's license doesn't have my video.
all you gotta do is take 12.
I used to wait actually 200
It's not bad.
You just hit the gym crazy.
I was always in the gym because for football it would always be. I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, bro, to go to my school gym before school even opened up to go weightlift. Then go to classes. Then after school, when we would get out, we'd go watch films for like an hour and a half, and then I would start practicing.
Anything by that?
You
Just
can.
talking about like
Yes, bro. So my like height and weight, I was 6 foot and I was 200 pounds.
Okay, what?
Like that. Like senior year. That's what I would.
So you say solve for this.
They used to play offensive line.
Like actually.
No, I was. Dude, I was varsity captain.
Damn, he'll pick you up, bro.
Sam, like you understand? Like I was like all divisions for.
250 pounds. Horizontally, I mean,
Pay attention, bro.
he's horizontally tall.
I have this one.
Who?
You want that one?
Yeah. So you get 7.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So.
I'm teaching you. I'm not paying
You
attention.
left it.
Alright. Go through the steps. Go through the steps.
I always say that. You guys take what you want.
Label
So
your
if I say
points, right?
take them, if you don't take them, I also.
Alright.
I might have it.
Solve for the hypotenuse flat, right? So
Like where I file all my folders.
adjacent
on my work?
opposite.
Yeah, no, I don't got it.
So you know that's tangent, adjacent, opposite.
Yeah.
And all you gotta do is
Mr. DeVoe was like, why did she assign
divided by
HMH?
tangent of the
Huh?
angle.
Mr. DeVoe was
Right?
like, why did she assign
And then
HMH? I'm
you
like, I
get
don't know.
7.79.
What for like in classwork? I don't like doing in classwork. I like paper.
Then we got 12 times 7.79, and then
That's
that.
close.
You do 7.79 squared plus 12 squared.
What? Yo, like where did this come from, bro?
That is the back.
A squared plus B squared equals C
That's the
squared.
Pythagorean
It's
theorem.
30, like we're learning a new thing every single second.
No,
and then I gotta
we
remember the
been
old
doing
one,
this.
and then I gotta
We been
remember
doing
the.
Those love math like that, it's always building on.
the Pythagorean theorem.
We're doing the Pythagorean theorem.
High school, take these
Well, I
two.
can't right now.
you're
Only
good.
because it turns my finger.
Wait,
darling,
do you know why?
Alright, listen, you're distracting my two boys.
Yeah, oh my god, no,
Oh my
no,
God.
she came over here,
They
and
came
she
over
said
here.
distracting
They
her.
told
Oh
me
my
to
god.
go over there.
I love that you came to visit.
Even nerves on
It's
you.
so
Oh my god.
Do you want a copy of that?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It has answers on it.
No, I don't have
Show
the
this
answer.
to the world, 'cause I finished that.
You can, which one are you looking for, this one? Do you wanna take a picture?
Yeah.
Was that hers? She came here,
Can I
Pythagorean.
just take it?
I'm losing it.
She's so passive.
Alright,
Yeah. if you
so,
take it back,
guys,
it's
Yeah.
only-
You're not.
Yo,
I'm
come back here. Yo, alright, focus up here.
Yeah, shut
Oh my
up.
god, Julius.
Alright,
Shut up.
alright, so,
But me and
give you guys a bunch of time working on this, alright? But, we're gonna start carrying on, alright? Cause one of the things I wanna talk about is up here. It's called angle of elevation and angle of depression, alright? Elevation is when you're gonna be rising.
Who says something?
Depression is when you're gonna be going down.
This is the
Nope.
Pythagorean theorem.
This is like one of the more challenging topics to grasp,
Me
alright?
and Nick both know that's like time.
What? What? So,
Well.
so what we're talking, yeah, right? So, the two things we have up here are angle of elevation and angle of depression. Alright, so, what is important to know is that now that we're getting into what is like solving for real world problems, these two things are one of the most that students get tripped up on. Especially this angle of depression. What is important to know is that when you're trying to set up your problems, is that you always want to have this horizontal line. Always use this horizontal line. Where angle is being formed. You always want to use that one. Because what's gonna happen is if we look down here at this picture, right? Look at it says that a boat on the surface of the water detects a whale 42 feet away at an angle of depression of 20. Right? So you're going down at 20 degrees, and as I look at like this is what the boat's saying is that from the boat to the whale, like it's going down at 20 degrees. Ooh. Why is it like I hate this. Alright. Okay. Cool. Right? But remember, hey, boys back there, come on, pay attention. Zip it. So, but what we have to do is this 20-degree angle, it actually has to go with our horizontal line, right? So what we can do is we can draw another triangle in over here. So now that's a bad triangle. Hold on. Here's my horizontal line. So I'm forming my new triangle. So that way, remember, this angle wants to be with this horizontal line. So that's the angle we're actually trying to solve for right there. That, and then these properties will still hold true. Alright, so if we're trying to figure out what is it? What is the horizontal distance between the boat and the whale, right? So we're trying to find that horizontal distance. We're trying to find this x up here. How can I just try and solve for this x? Here, I'll redraw this triangle for you guys to make it look a little bit nicer. Oh, what type of 2 was that?
Why so many people walking in?
Alright, so if I want to find this x, using that angle of 20, what trig ratio am I going to be using? Yeah, we got our hypotenuse. So, and cosine, right? Beautiful. So we're going to have cosine of 20 equals what? Adjacent or hypotenuse, so x over 42. How can I solve it for my x now? Multiply what?
42 times cosine.
Alright, so tuck that into your calculator for me. What's the answer? 42 of cosine of 20.
39.
Yo, that's 24, bro.
44?
No,
I
he
put
did.
it on my
Alright, but you guys all see how we can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. Sweet. So, let's go over one more.
Yo, I'm actually about to go sleep.
Why I gotta go second?
Man, I'm gonna lose it.
Sam.
I did that with, I think I did half of those.
Alright. Yo!
Wow.
Alright, I got one more for you guys. Alright, so we got this eagle. This eagle on top of a 65-foot cliff. It's about to fish in the water and dives towards it. The angle between the cliff and the eagle's path is 36 degrees. Solve for the right angle triangle, or solve for the right triangle that represents the situation. Round the values to the nearest 10. So, what we are trying to find is, we're going to find out how far away the fish is from the cliff. Oh. And we also want to find out how far this eagle is traveling. Alright? Yeah. So, what ratios, which one do you guys want to solve for first? You guys want to solve for how far the eagle's traveling or how far the fish is away from the cliff?
Fish.
What?
Fish.
Which one?
How far do you go?
I'm asking you guys because it matters for which trigger ratio we're using.
How far do you go?
Alright, let's do the fish.
I know.
No, you pointed at him and said the fish.
Yeah, fish, huh? What's going on? No, I don't want to use the whiteboard.
Uh-oh.
Thank you. Alright, so let's start labeling our sides. What is this bottom side going to be? Is it opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse?
Opposite.
Alright, and what about this 65? What is that? And my C is going to be
Tangent.
So yeah, right, yeah, exactly, right? We're going to have our opposite over our adjacent. So we're going to have 10 of 36 equals opposite and over 65. So, what do I do next?
You multiply.
I know, like, when you guys start getting good at these trig ratios, you can start saying, like, which number is going to be, like, in the bottom. I know when I'm doing this, I always try and find a trig ratio that has my variable in the top. Because then this way, all I'm doing is just multiplying this 65, or multiplying whatever number is into my trig ratio. Which I think is a lot easier to solve for, right? That's why I always try and get some sort of variable in that top part. But, type this into your calculators in for me.
47.22.
Oh, you guys already did it. I don't even need to tell you guys. You guys are so good.
47.23, bro.
47, right? Oh.
I'm not gonna do
Right, you guys agree with that? 47.23. You guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah? Let's see. Alright, so let's solve for our hypotenuse using trig. So what ratio can we set up?
You do.
Can we just do a squared?
You do the Pythagoras.
You guys want to use
right?
the Pythagorean theorem?
You
Alright.
do 65.
Square this. Hey, don't just use this decimal. I want you guys to square this, because this is like the exact answer. So type this in your calculator. So 65 plus, and we're going to use a parenthesis, right? 65 times tan of 36 squared. I want you guys to type that in. So this way we aren't rounding. We're using our exact answer. All right. Like I'm alright if you guys round to like say like what like the distance is, like yeah, like alright. But when we're trying to solve for more, I say get that exact answer.
Whoa.
What?
I got 4,000.
What? Well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna get a big number because 65 squared is gonna be big.
Oh, right. We know square root.
What'd y'all get? I got a big number that's in 6,000s for when I added my two legs up.
Yeah.
Alright, and what'd you guys get for your hypotenuse?
0.65.
65?
I probably did it wrong.
Oh, it is.
80.34.
You guys all agree with that? 80.34, I had someone say that they got 60.
This is the way you did is kind of confusing.
The way I did it?
Yeah, like that. Kind of.
Yeah, I know this is a little bit more confusing, but I did this so I could get an exact answer. Let's say what happens when we if we do it your way.
I keep getting the wrong thing.
I think I just got the same answer. It was just off by like a few decimals. But I wanted you guys to use this because this is a exact answer. Like this is rounded, so it's not like it's not the like technical like real answer.
The sooner you round and then
Yeah.
repeat calculations, the more off your final
Yeah.
answer will be.
Because once you're out of here, like the rest of this answer isn't gonna be exact. You know? Like yeah, like at that point, like between those two answers, like I was only off by 3 100ths or thousandths. But I mean still like if I did tan 36, rounded that. If I did tan 36 and then multiplied that by 60 and then rounded that again, I probably wouldn't even get 47.23. Let's see. Tan 36 is 0.72, right? So let's try it. 0.72 times 65 is 46.89. So look at if I just did this part first and then multiply it by 65, I get 46.8. See? That's why that's why we do 65 times tan of 36 and not do that tan 36 and then the 65. Because look at that's off by one whole digit now, right? So first, since we use our exact answer, we were only off by like 3 thousandths, I said, but now if we use that squared plus squared, oh yeah, we're off by a lot. Now I got 80.09. Alright, so look, now when I start rounding, look at first we went off by like a thousandth, but now we're off by a lot more. So that's why like rounding should be done at very, very last step. Because the more you round like earlier on, it just creates more and more problems. Alright? So you guys see how we can start using some tricks to solve some problem systems like this? Yeah? Alright, so we're at about 10 minutes left in class. So I want you guys to flip over and start working on your exercise, okay? What's up?
When I did this on the calculator, I don't know why. Did I do it?
Yeah, part of my name like
I've always used
chill, bro. I already got my name on it.
But the deal is that I won't do it.
I was trying to do what you did.
I used to do everything.
This part right here.
What?
Use your parentheses.
Yeah,
So,
niggas listen.
65. Oops.
Yo, you and Mario are the
Plus,
only
now
people
I
I
got
can
like-
look at. I instantly start laughing, bro.
Yo, you make no sense, bro.
And 36.
Bro.
Close that parentheses.
Like you could literally
Close down again. Now what I'm telling you, my calculator is that I want all that thing done together.
You and Mario are the only
And now
people I
square
can
that.
I'm more like
Uh,
bug it out.
This dude was quiet as hell last year.
I didn't even know he was in this school last year,
Because
bro.
what your calculator is doing up here, it's doing
Bro said he was in
65
my
squared.
classes, I didn't even know.
It's doing oh, so you have the 36 being squared into your angle. So what you're telling your calculator to do is square tan of 36, then multiply that by 65, and then add that to whatever 65 squared is. Alright? So it's just your calculator is just doing few different steps. As smart as your calculator is, it is very smart where it'll do like it has to go through its code and has to go through like each step. So that's why you have to tell it what to do first. So use Use Preston's
I
page.
don't understand who everybody
Yep.
is.
They're already doing their warm up, and I was gonna tell them to wrap it up for the last 3 minutes
Okay.
until I go clean up.
Can I pull up my, the next matches up, Mr. White?
Oh, yeah,
While you clean up the room, we could do that, but I didn't
How would I
wanna
draw
interrupt
this?
any closing remarks you have or anything like that.
Alright, what?
So how would I do this? I'd do, would 650 be like here?
So, airplane descends from the ground at an angle of 17 degrees. You always wanna go with the horizontal angle.
So the angle.
Yeah, out.
Yeah, that's.
Always go
and
with
then
your,
650 would be right here. Right here.
Airplane travel a horizontal
You
distance.
guys, there
So
goes the
which one
Guardians
is
again.
horizontal?
So that one.
That one.
Ooh, they're with the number 14 this time.
Oh, they're up.
Team driven.
Hey, let's go!
Alright, so you guys
Oh, they
know
playing
Tuesday
again?
we're gonna review
Alt F4.
for the, module 13 quiz
Oh, you guys are
next
basic.
Friday.
Lot Canada Engineering Club.
Apple Pie is from Guilford, Connecticut.
That's a good one.
Miss,
Yeah.
was this the round that
Very,
they got?
really good team.
Miss, was
Yeah.
this the round they got like it this?
But they got a number 4 in their team.
No, the places change constantly, so this is a new
Oh.
number 14.
Oh.
That other
Alt
number
F4
14 got bumped down because of that round.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That's really good.
That's
That's
a-
It's like,
Depends on the way it's
No, like, look.
So,
Mister, would it look like this?
Yes, yes.
Alright, can
so
you guys,
play 17 with your
tidy up a
horizontal.
bit,
So
please?
that. Alright.
When you're
How did I
done-
forget
when
all
you're
this
done with your
already,
exit?
bro? Like every time I go to any teacher, I just keep forgetting.
They wouldn't actually.